What happens when a narcissist realizes that you refuse to be controlled? I'm going to tell you in this video. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney. I've helped many people escape that narcissist grip, that control. I want to help you too. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, and you will also get in on the secrets before anybody else. Are you ready? Are you ready to find out what happens when a narcissist refuses to be controlled? Yeah, it's not a pretty sight because, of course, that's the one thing that they want more than anything else. You'll start to see a massive change in their behavior because, of course, what happened when you started off on this relationship, they wanted to get their grip on you. I've been in that situation myself personally. I've also seen it up close in other people as well. And when you start to loosen that grip, it's basically you're dealing with a toddler who's having a tantrum on the floor. If any of you out there have kids, you know what it's like. If I were right in front of you as a live audience, I'd say, any of you out there have kids? You'd be out there raising your hand and you'd say, yeah, I've seen it, right? When you have kids and you have a toddler and you want to condition them, you go to take something that they want, they scream, they yell, they kick, they throw things, right? Because what happens? They think next time I just have to scream louder, scream longer, and get more, ridiculous, insane. And my parents will just give in. Right? That is what is going on with the narcissist. They just figure, I'll just get even more obnoxious. And next time they'll have to give in and give me what I want. And you just have to go, okay, I have to be stronger and become like the most strong version of myself back and realize that that's what's going on and start to look at them as if they're having a tantrum on the floor and not get pulled in, sucked in, dragged into the mud. Because when you do that, you are in the quicksand with them. You're going down and they're baiting you. They're like, they went fishing and they got a reel. They're pulling you in. What happened was at the beginning of the relationship, they started conditioning you and you have to condition them back. So what happens at the beginning? Let me start off at the beginning. So that's kind of the end of it. But at the beginning of the relationship, they started conditioning you. They started love bombing you. They only showed the happy face, the charming face, the nice face, right? And so they started conditioning you, love bombing you, the perfect, charming, charismatic, amazing version of themselves. And you saw that version and were amazed because you know what they were doing? They were mirroring you. You basically fell in love with yourself because they know how to become the most amazing version of whatever it is that you want. They know how to present themselves in a way that makes themselves look like whatever it is that you want. So that doesn't last very long. Then, you get to that next level, which is the devaluing stage. And then you get to the whole toxic stew of what comes next. So what you're doing is, I call it step 1, don't run. Step 2, make a U-turn. Step 3, break free. So you're kind of now shifting this dynamic. You're shifting how things are going to be, and they're not liking it. They're not going to like it, and so it's going to be uncomfortable for you as well. You are going to have to deal with that. So the very first thing is when you start to put those boundaries in place, you're going to see a change in their behavior. They're going to light up your phone like a Christmas tree. They're going to show up at your house or office. They're going to go insane, probably. They may become more needy. They may become more demanding. They may even start trying to love bomb you again right away because they might start realizing this person is slipping away from me. And this is in a business setting or a romantic setting, if you will, by the way. I saw it in a business setting. I was business partners with a narcissist, and I saw it in a business setting. That's when you start to see them doing all the things that you wanted them to do in the first place, a lot of times, which is highly annoying, by the way, because then that they know what they're supposed to be doing, which is not really fun. And then they start to do something what I call future faking, which is they start to tell you everything's going to be amazing. You'll see. Don't look at all the stuff that happened in the past. The future is bright. We will see how great it's going to be. And they'll promise you the moon because they don't plan to, deliver on any of those promises for very long anyway. So they can say whatever it is that, I'll, walk on water. I will fly to the moon. I will make millions of dollars. I mean, whatever it is that they need to say, because they won't be doing it anyway. I'll go to therapy, whatever it is, because they don't plan to do it for very long. Okay. So that you may start to see that. And then they may start to realize that's not going to work. If they start to realize that, that's when they start to realize, okay, we're heading into discard here. And if they realize that, here's what's happening. The narcissist only sees things in black and white. So you're either for them or against them. And if you are against them, then all bets are off. You become public enemy number one. You become, I got to get you. I got to take you down before you can take them down. Okay. And what I find really fascinating is especially what happens with the covert narcissist at that point, because with the covert narcissist, that's when you start to see that mask come whipping off. And by the way, if you're starting to now try to communicate with this narcissist, you're trying to dealings with this narcissist, you're trying to text, email, have responses with them, I do have a free download for you, a gift for you that you can use, phrases to disarm narcissists. So you might want to grab that at this point, and you can get that at disarmthenarc.com. Make sure you go to disarmthenarc.com. Free phrases for disarming the narcissist. You keep it nice and close and handy for you, disarmthenarc.com. So, they may try to gaslight you at this point. They may try to make you feel like you're the one who's crazy. What are you doing? You're delusional. I didn't do anything wrong. It's you. They might try to do that sort of thing. They might try to launch into some sort of a guilt thing. You're breaking up the family. Why would you abandon us like this? I've seen all sorts of things like that in the text messages. Or they might try to scare you by making all sorts of threats that aren't necessarily true, by the way. I've seen threats like, I will take the children and you will never see them. If you leave this house, you won't get any of it. You won't get any of the business. You won't get any of the assets. Those kinds of threats are completely empty because the law is the law. You get half the assets. The law is usually on your side with regard to children. Many times in most states nowadays, it's a 50-50 kind of a thing with kids as well. Those kinds of threats are usually ridiculous and ridiculously empty also. But, they may try to bully you. They may try to make unreasonable demands. They may even try to bully you into signing something right away. Do not do that. They may start to do those kinds of emotional blackmail kinds of things. And if you've seen any of this, put I've seen it in the comments below. I've seen it. Put that in the comments because I'm sure you guys have already seen some of these things, haven't you? I know you have. Then what happens next? Smear campaign. During the discard phase, this is when you start to see the birth of the smear campaign. Yeah, they start heading out to their third parties, their flying monkeys. They want to build that army against you. Is it their friends, their neighbors, their family members? It might even be your kids. Ugh, so bad. I mean, the worst. But they want you to feel like the world is going to be ganging up on you. You're the only one who is going to be alone. You're the only one isolated. Everyone else is going to line up on their side. That's what they want you to think. You are going to be so sorry that you made this choice, right? They will, potentially, if it's a divorce situation, they may try to file all kinds of stuff before you can, file false allegations, false pleadings. They may try to punish you. They may try to conflict every lawyer on the planet off the case. And depending on the level of narcissist or the types of narcissists that you're dealing with, you could be dealing with some kind of something that might threaten your safety. And by the way, if you are, please make sure that you do what you need to do to get help, get support, take care of your safety, call the domestic abuse hotline if you need to. Don't put your safety in jeopardy. Never, ever, ever do that. And make sure that you are lining up support for yourself. Save the money that you need to save. I always say, make sure you have a good stash of cash. If you look like you are going to be divorcing a narcissist, make sure you have a good stash of cash ready and available, and make sure you have a good support system in place. You are definitely going to need that. We do have a free private Facebook group that you can access. Make sure that you go to the free Facebook group that I have, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Go there. We also have a sponsor here for therapy, online therapy, if you don't have your own access to therapy, which is betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung. You can also make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. If you haven't gotten that download, it's disarmthenarc.com for phrases for disarming narcissists. And the next video that you should watch if you are getting ready to divorce a narcissist is how to divorce a narcissist and win. It's a great video. I give you lots and lots of tips, lots and lots of tricks on how to divorce a narcissist and win. It is time for you to slay. It is time for you to win. It's time for you to make sure that you have everything that you need to get the help and support that you need to break free and have the life that you deserve, right? So today's a great day for negotiating your best life. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I will see you in that next video, how to divorce a narcissist and win.